What do you make of the subtle jabs that were traded between the deputy president and his president at the Bomas of Kenya today with regards to some of the proposals of the BBI report?
Yeah, sorry, and once again, thank you for having me. Sorry if the lighting is not perfect. This is my 5th Zoom call doing BBI analysis today and my last one for the day. I was saying earlier, before we got the technical hitch there, what you saw today is what the youth call domains. Housekeeping issues that have been quite secret, but not really quite open as well, well known to Kenyans, that there's disharmony, dysfunction in the presidency, that there's a lot of miscommunication and subliminal anger between the president and the deputy president. I am on record having stated severally on a broadcast, on social media, that the problems the deputy president is facing are problems of his own making. William Ruto is a very bold guy. He's very aggressive. Naturally, he's very much a go-getter. And so in his quest for 2022, he completely overlooked helping the president and embarked on his own journey to ensure that he garners support and campaigns and looks for votes so that come 2021, next year, he's clearly the front runner, well-resourced, having built alliances, having identified himself again as a front runner. You could argue that he is the antithesis of his predecessor, the 10th Vice President, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, who did exactly the opposite. Mm-hmm. So this has had some fruit for him because clearly he has made a lot of inroads. He has also crystallized himself and gotten a lot of sympathy vote, having portrayed himself as under siege, being persecuted, being prosecuted. And therefore, what you have now is a situation where he is in government and outside of government at the same time. Like I've said, this is all a situation of his own making, which the president clarified today, that he was ready to just hand over the baton, but then he realized that his brother William was so eager and running way ahead and running in the opposite direction. So again, this is the honest truth. Why Honorable William chose to go about it this way, I think it was a miscalculation.
A story for another day, maybe.
It was, say again?
I'm saying why he chose to go that direction is a story for another day, he'll tell us. But staying with the BBI report, it's been touted to create inclusivity in the country. It's been touted as the bridge between all the conflicting societies and toxic ethnicity that we've seen in the country. Do you think that it will be able to achieve that in its proposals?
Inclusivity is in the Constitution. Inclusivity is in Article 10. Inclusivity is in Article 259. Article 3.1. It is your right and duty and obligation as a patriotic citizen to uphold the Constitution, to defend the Constitution of Kenya, and to promote the Constitution of Kenya. President Uhuru has not upheld the Constitution. He has not respected the Constitution. The president has openly undermined and fought the judiciary. The president has viciously attacked the judiciary and taken money away from the judiciary. The president has viciously attacked the Honorable, the Auditor General. In public, repeatedly, the president has gone berserk when his counterpart in the opposition, Honorable Raila Odinga, asked questions about accountability on Eurobond. That was so devastating for a young democracy like Kenya. The president has not shown willful, moral turpitude to respect the Constitution and to bring out constitutionalism in this country. What he has said is, I'm going to do what I like. If I choose to pick losers and create a position called CAS and fund it and put public money, nobody's going to stop me. Vetting in parliament is a sham, okay?
Okay.
Has publicly thrown his hands up in the air and said, you know, no one is under pressure like myself on this, what to do, and the head. That all of those examples.
Great, Benji. I'm having a little bit of trouble hearing you, but if you can hear me, from what you said, then inclusivity is not the problem. It's upholding of the Constitution. Then maybe, from deductive thinking, do away with BBI and fully implement the 2010 Constitution. What do you make of that?
100%. 100%. You cannot refuse to implement the Constitution, shred the Constitution over an 8-year period, and then say, okay, here's the Constitution of Kenya that I swore to uphold, that I swore oath of office under this Constitution, but now let's ignore it as we have, and let's do something else on the side. So let's ignore the entree, but let's make a salad called BBI, and now we've refused to eat the roast beef and turkey and potatoes, but let's now eat the salad. And having an expanded executive where you accommodate 5-6 tribal chieftains is going to bring peace in this country. That's a fallacy. That is an anomaly ab initio. And this is a big shame. We don't know how much is being spent on these launches. We don't know what ministry is taking care of this. We don't know where the budget is coming from. We also don't know where Edward Okoth, Auditor General, was deployed to after he was undermined together with control of budget. Independent offices cited in the Constitution. It is such a big shame. And I take no pleasure saying this because the president is my personal friend. So I'm not enjoying one bit. But we must have the courage and the boldness, especially in the media and from civil society and elsewhere, and as patriotic citizens, to say, look, a wrong is a wrong. And the Constitution must be implemented for the well-being and the betterment of Kenyans. Okay.
Benji, 30 seconds, 30 for your parting shot, because that's all I can give you. Bearing in mind the intolerance we saw today when Musalia Mudavadi had different thoughts with regards to the BBI, when the deputy president had different thoughts with regards to the BBI, what does that sort of intolerance and political tension say about the road to 2022? With or without BBI?
It says that the road is going to be rough. It says that the road is going to be rough. It says that instead of building bridges, we are breaking bridges. That was really a big shame. And it's a big shame because Millie Odhiambo and the ODM battalion that are attempting to intimidate the deputy president, how would they like it if the deputy president's allies and MPs from Rift Valley and from central Kenya and elsewhere, how would they like it if they heckled Honorable Raila? The answer is they wouldn't. It's a shame. And again, the more things change, the more things remain the same. Politicians continue to be devious. They are the weakest link. This country is not even tribally divided. It is the manipulation, the brainwashing, the looting by politicians that has driven us to a near failed state. President Uhuru has no time. He needs to really change course. A lot of his initiatives have simply not worked. We're in a debt crisis. We're in a pandemic. We're in a jobs crisis. We're in an economic crisis. It is unbelievable and unthinkable that they are spending a lot of millions of money going around talking about BBI, while his government cannot even guarantee a simple mask for a child in primary school. It is really unbelievable, 57 years after independence.
Benji, thank you very much. That's where we leave it.